Okay, so I want to hear about, like, did you ever go on like a crazy date and have like a horrible time? Did you ever have any of those experiences? I know you're married.
Yeah, so I gotta watch
you gotta be
out.
careful what
I
you
don't
say.
feel
I know
like
I say that.
I don't feel like stirring up the
You don't have
beehive
to
of
do that.
exes.
You don't have to do
nowadays.
that. Yeah.
I am difficult to live with. Put it that way. So, yeah.
Or you don't even. Okay, you don't have to mention that, and you don't have to mention names. What about jobs? Even
I will tell you this. One time, one of my first girlfriends. I grew up. I had like all brothers and stuff. It was like, until my sister came along. So it was like more like
dudes.
It was very testosterone. Even the dog was a male. And we used to fight all the time. So I didn't know shit about female energy. Nothing. So I got my first girlfriend, like serious girlfriend, when I had moved out or whatever. And I remember it was her birthday, and I had no fucking idea what to get her. And I was also too embarrassed that I didn't know. So I was in a mall, and they had, like those polo style shirts, like they had the alligator polo. Yep. So for whatever fucking reason, I bought her like 3 of those. No. I don't know why.
3 polos?
I don't know why.
The Lacoste?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if they were that. So I bought her those. So I was so fucking nervous. I questioned a million times. Is she going to like these? No, she's not. She'll like it. She'll like it. I just questioned her like 50 times. I'm getting like embarrassed telling this now. And I gave it to her. And she's so excited, and she fucking opened it up. When she looked at it, she just went like, she goes, what is this? She was like holding him up.
Is this a golf shirt?
Yeah, why did you get the? And I was so embarrassed, like I remember we were in her bedroom, and I like sat down on the bed, and I was just sitting there like this. And then she just went off on me on how bad the fucking gifts were and who the fuck gives something like that. And I for like, probably like 2.5 minutes, it felt like an hour. And I was just sitting there. Like getting scolded. Yeah, it took a good 5 minutes before my self-esteem came back. Like, wait a minute, it's your fucking birthday. I got you something. Yeah. You say thanks. And then I was so fucking humiliated. Like, I had like major fucking women issues with a bunch of other shit that I don't want to get into already. So then I finally get a fucking girlfriend, and then like that shit fucking happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm
was
really
ungrateful.
Trying to be careful here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be careful
That's
here.
not cool, though.
I had, dude. I had a lot of, like, but I was nuts, so I was attracted to crazy. So, I mean, I was bringing my 50% of it to it.
Oh, a shit magnet.
Yeah. So I was like, I was more like I was, yeah. No, I was, it was this weird, amazing and dark time in my life where I decided to become a comedian, this excitement. Oh my God, I'm actually doing my dream, even though I'm not getting paid for it, but I'm doing it. So there's this super excitement here, and then everything else was just fucking, below the floorboards. Yeah, and it was like, and I'm like, and I was like, yeah, you and you're the problem. You're the problem. It was me. I was just like this fucking just sucking everything into my bullshit. It was really bad. It's funny because I don't remember a lot of it now. I think just out of like protective shit until I get in the shower. I get in the fucking shower. Not all the time, but every like once a month or something. Something pops in my head, and I just go, why did I get her those shirts?
But you're married now, and like it seems like you've like figured out you're like you're not taking.
I figured that part out, but now I'm figuring out the being married part.
Yeah,
so that's the
Oh yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's figuring it out. I mean, we're married and we're newly married.
It never stops figuring. No.
Yeah, because people start. The big thing is people continue to grow, so you got to make sure that you're not doing this. That's the loneliest feeling ever.
Yeah.
And I think every relationship kind of experiences that. But the loneliest feeling ever is when you're starting to go like this.
Yeah.
And
you got.
That happened a little bit to us right after we had our daughter, because like so much of it was this before that, and then it becomes this. So then you're communicating through, and it was just, then we would go out on dates and literally have nothing to talk about. And then we'd be like, oh, look at our daughter.
Yeah. Our baby's really cute. Should we talk about her some more? Yeah.
I just remember at one point during the height of it, we were kind of passing each other in the hallway. And I said, what's up to her? Like I was in a college dorm and it was just some guy coming by. And I was just like, all right.
Okay.
We need to like fix this. It was funny because she has such a great sense of humor that we just started laughing about it. And then that became a joke within the relationship, passing each other in the house, being like, what's up?
What's up?
Yeah, so we were able to get it back. But it's a
That
She must
happens
have a
to
great sense of humor
yeah.
being around you.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that
in a lot of
happens
ways
to
she's
everybody.
funnier than I am.
Aw.
She's fucking hilarious. No, she's fucking hilarious.
That's awesome. This one is just absolutely
I'm just
retarded.
mental, so-
My face hurts a lot of times. I can go like this to because it hurts.
Yeah.
He
from
thinks
fucking laughing
I'm
all
just
the time.
crazy, so it's
All right.
entertaining. But no, you said the same thing happened to you when you had your kids.
Yeah,
like,
I had
it
them
was-
back to back, and I went from being like I always relate to this as like the Billboard charts. I went from like #1 with a bullet, like top of the charts, to like fucking 260 with a fucking anchor.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't. Everything was about the kids, every single thing, and I'm just like, what happened? What happened? I'm over here. Hello, like just. I mean, I get it. They need,
But that's that
especially
dad
in the
shit,
beginning.
yeah.
They need all that attention, and kids don't come with manuals, nor do marriages with new kids come with manuals. So you're just scraping, trying to figure out how to fucking do it all.
Yeah.
And
I would think back to back. Yeah, that would be tough. But we figured it out and everything. I don't have like that. I'm a fucking weird dude, man. So I don't have like. I am, man. Like I have like this self-sustaining thing about myself, which is really good for the business I picked, but is hard on relationships, and I have to try to open it up a lot. Where I'm just kind of like, I don't need anybody or anything. I can sleep on this slab of granite. I don't give a shit. Like I remember, I watched The Dirty Dozen when I was a kid. Remember that movie?
Uh-huh.
Remember when they were shaving in the cold water? I remember I started shaving in cold water for what as like because of how hard I thought life was going to be because of this other bullshit that happened to me. I was like, all right, if that can happen here at home, what the fuck's going to happen when I go out there? So I literally started doing shit the hard way to like build up like this callus or something. It was just so fucked up. No, like I look back at it now.
Just putting
No, the
yourself
fact
through
that
hell.
I made that decision and I was looking in the mirror doing it, but it's still way in here. There's not that moment you can be with yourself like, hey, Bill, what the fuck are you doing right now? You have hot water. There's people
have
around
hot
the world
water.
would kill for this hot water. Use it. What's wrong with
You're
fucking...
just punishing yourself. You're trying to prepare yourself for pain.
Let's try to, yeah.
Yeah.
That
you're
was
try-
that was the business model there for a while.
Right? I
Yeah.
know it is kind of crazy, but like I mean, I guess it is like a lot of pressure too because once you do get married and start a family, it's not just you anymore. It's not like you're like
No, it's the greatest thing ever. It's just it wasn't like I don't give a shit that it's all about her. I love having it be all about my daughter, but it's the stuff about with my wife and not connecting with her where we were like best friends, and I felt like this. There was a point where it started to go like this. I'm like, what the fuck? And I was just like, oh, this is the shit that people talk about.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm like, wow, because I remember a long time ago I was working in a warehouse. One of my worst fucking jobs ever. I used to work like fucking 11 to 4 in the morning.
Ew.
Oh yeah, unloading
Just
this
lifting
thing.
lumber?
Oh, dude, and there used to be this guy who was fucking rail thin. One of the scariest guys I've ever seen in my life. First day I showed up, he was fucking gacked out of his mind. And he was on this electric pallet jack, just being like, I'm going to drive it off the dock. And he kept doing that. The other guy I worked with was all laid back, just kind of smiling like, there was a Vietnam vet there who was just you go out drinking with him. And one of those guys, you go out with him in like within 3 minutes, you had like 4 trying to keep up with the guy. So we used to fucking work till 4 in the morning. There was a guy who was divorced. And oh my God, I just remember this. He told me a fucking story how like his relationship, he goes, I could tell you exactly what was going to happen every single day. Wow. And we would just pass each other in the hallways and I wouldn't even say hello to anyone. And I was just like, oh my God.
oh my God,
Am I going down that road? Because I don't want to do the 11 to 4 a.m. shift again to fucking play
No, it's
fucking
scary.
child support or some shit. So let me fucking. But what's great about my wife is we're fucking great friends.
Yes.
So if we do, but we're also stubborn. So if we do the fucking batter and ram thing, we'll do that for like a week or two, some stupid shit, before we like, what are we doing? Then we're laughing again. Then it gets back to where it like needs to be. But I don't know. I refuse to ever let it get worse than that. Like I'm not gonna like
That's the thing. Like as long as you're willing. I mean, like same with us. Like we'll bicker, but then we'll be like, "What are we doing? Like I love you."
Yeah,
you know
and
what
it's
I
always
mean?
over to the dumbest shit. We're like,
shit.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
I'm 7.
I'm
Yeah.
7.
No,
yeah.
you did it. No, you did it.
No, yeah. We do the same thing, and I mean, it's like
wanting
like,
to win.
I mean,
That'll fuck
yeah,
you.
wanting to win or wanting to be right. Like, I don't know why being right is so important.
Yeah, there's no
it's not like
trophy.
it does anything.
It's nice to hear it every once in a while. It's nice to hear.
You're right,
Hey, you know
baby.
what? Now that I think about it, that was probably we should have done it your way.